Hi, Andrew Archibald here, and I'm one of the many physiotherapists that work here at Citrus Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. And today I'd like to talk to you about telehealth. So what is it? Well, you may have heard it mentioned as telerehab or virtual care, but basically what it is a virtual call so that you can continue care from your healthcare provider from a distance when an in-person session is either not appropriate or just not possible. Now, your doctor is not the only healthcare provider that can do this. Other healthcare providers such as chiropractors or physiotherapists, as well as naturopaths, just to name a few, can do this. Now, when it comes to chiropractic or physiotherapy, there are a ton of benefits that we can continue to provide our patients while taking out the hands-on approach from the equation. For instance, during your very first appointment, we can conduct an initial assessment where we gather information about your injury, your past medical history, and one, determine whether you're appropriate for telehealth, and two, determine what the most likely clinical diagnosis is. So from there on, we can check in with you at the beginning of each one-on-one session to provide you education, activity modifications, pain relief strategies, and most importantly, a comprehensive exercise program that you can carry out from the comfort of your very own home. Now, a lot of people think about insurance during this time, and there are many providers that cover telehealth appointments, such as Blue Cross, Manulife, Sun Life, Great West Life, just to name a few. If you're unsure, you can always call your provider and just double check. Now, when it comes to privacy, Citrus takes this very seriously. So the two platforms that we use for telehealth are Jane as well as PhysiTrack. Both of these are HIPAA compliant, so you don't have to worry about any breach of confidentiality. Now, the last thing I'd like to go over is how to navigate online booking and how to launch your very first telehealth appointment online. Then we'll go into how to set up your home environment to make it a smooth session when you see your healthcare provider. And I'm going to do this with the help of my colleagues, Gillian and Corey. So let's get into it. Welcome to the online booking and telehealth tutorial. First thing you're going to want to do is search citrus.jnapp.com in the search bar and press enter. This will bring you to our online booking site. If you know the specific practitioner that you want to book with, you can choose them over here. Otherwise, click this button. Next, you'll be prompted to set an appointment for either physiotherapy, chiropractic, pelvic physiotherapy, or personal training. Here we're going to select Telehealth Initial Assessment. Next, what's going to show is multiple different options to book your appointments. Here we're just going to click 11:30, and it'll tell you the day, the date, and the time, and click here for complete booking. Next, what you're going to do is enter a username, your password, and then you'll see that you've booked your appointment here. It's best at this time to fill out your intake form as well to make sure that you have lots of time to fill out all the information before your initial assessment. You can also select an email notification 2 days before your appointment, as well as a text message 2 hours before your appointment if you would like. So that's it for booking an online appointment. So on the day of your appointment, you'll get a notification in your email from Citrus Sports Medicine Rehabilitation that says it's almost time for your appointment. Now, down below, you'll get a prompt to begin your online appointment by clicking this button here. It also tells you that they recommend using Chrome, where Safari, only the audio is available. Now, this link here brings you to one of the two telehealth platforms that we use. This one is the Jane platform. So you can click here, Now this will prompt you to another page where you will read all this information and consent for the appointment to begin. At this point, this screen will open here and you can start your session. Now, on the day of your appointment, you may get an email from your practitioner that invites you to the Physi app platform or PhysiTrack. So when this prompt comes up, you're going to click this link here, which then will bring you to the telehealth call. Now, this window here will pop up once the practitioner is inviting you to join the video call. So you're just going to click this here. And you're going to read this here and give consent for the telehealth session. And then you're ready to go.
Hey guys, thanks Andrew for showing us how to connect to telehealth appointments on the internet. I'm Dr. Corey and Gillian. I'm one of the chiropractors at Citrus Sports Medicine. I'm going to show you my setup. Before your appointment, it would help if you had a few things with you to get the most out of your visit. So it's good to have some space to do your exercises and your movements. Obviously, some floor space would be great. A mat here will help so you don't hurt your knees. Some weights too. I have some soup cans here, which are great. Everybody has those. If you have dumbbells or barbells, that would help as well. They're not necessary. A foam roller, as well as medicine ball. Again, you don't need all of these items. Just bring whatever you have and the therapist can work with you to see which items you'll need to get the most out of your visit. I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Gillian. She's a chiropractor at Citrus as well. She's going to show us her space.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Gillian Gross. I'm one of the chiropractors at Citrus Sports Medicine. I'm showing you today an example of what your setup might look like for your virtual telehealth appointment. I have quite a bit of stuff here. I know most of you won't have all of this, and that's okay. I have a mat, I have my foam roller, I have some balls here, a tennis ball and a lacrosse ball, as well as some resistance bands, both open and closed loop. So this is a lot of stuff. If you have it, great. If you don't, not to worry. We can improvise and we can do a lot of body weight stuff. But if you have it, we can make use of it. I also wanted to mention, depending on the area of your injury, ideally that area is somewhat exposed. So if you have a knee injury, you're wearing shorts. If you have a shoulder injury, maybe you're wearing a t-shirt or tank top. Ideally, you have a decent amount of space to move around as we'll be getting you to do certain range of motion activities. And lastly, I wanted to talk about where your laptop is. If you could make sure that your laptop is on a level that we can see the exercises that you're doing. Ideally, if you have a chair or a coffee table, or even the ability to bring the laptop down onto your mat, just so that we can get everything in the visual field, that'd be super helpful. If you have any questions on what you need or might require for your appointment, feel free to reach out to your practitioner before your appointment and we can let you know what you need.